record, right? Hey, everybody, we are so grateful to have you here. Every week, we kind of think about what we feel you need to learn about. This is our business training. This training is for wellness advocates who are already enrolled on the team. But some of you are very new, and this isn't just a basic class. And so we hope that this won't be just completely confusing for you. So those of you who are more experienced, please touch base with your downlines after this class and ask them if they understood it, what they have questions about, because we're kind of covering a lot of territory today, and we want you to get the most out of it as possible. And then, of course, we'll always send the recording as well so that you can follow up with that. But should we go ahead and share the screen and get started with this? Welcome to everybody, especially the new people. We know there are a lot of you that are enrolling in this new India market, and it's just super, super exciting. So today, to start with, we want to talk to you a little bit about how to earn quickly and keep earning for you. Now, when you're new, this is a little bit different than when you have already been working for a while. And we'll talk a little bit about that. We're going to talk about how to earn quickly, how to get to the point where you can earn enough to kind of sustain yourself. And then also we're going to go into LRP and the importance of that, and a few other things that we say over and over again, but we just can't say them enough, and we want you to really understand. So Becky, please just pipe in whenever you want to add something on my part. I'm just sharing a few slides. So this first one is how to create $500 or 40,000 rupees. Okay, we know that you can support yourself, maybe not with lavish luxuries or anything like that, but you can live on $500 or 40,000 rupees in India. I work in a lot of countries where you can live and sustain a family. Maybe again, you're not like going on vacations, but at least you're able to pay your rent and get food on the table. But for anybody in India, 40,000 rupees is a significant amount. We want all of you to get to the point where you are making 40,000 rupees, because then you get to pay for your monthly order and you have enough extra to significantly help with your family expenses, okay? So we're going to go through how to do this in 3 months, month 1, month 2, month 3, how you can earn 40,000 rupees and more in your first month. Now, we're going to pretend for this first part, for this first month 1, that you are like brand new, okay? But if you're not brand new, you can still do this, and it's the same. So the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to enroll 2,000 PV worth of volume, okay? Now you might think, oh my goodness, that's so much. And it is. It's a lot of kits, especially if you're doing the smallest kit. Okay, you'd have to be teaching classes several times a week. You have to do a lot. And again, if you only want to earn 20,000 rupees, then you can just cut this in half. So whatever you're trying to do, whatever your goal is, you decide what's going to work for you. I'm just going to tell you how you would be able to earn 40,000 rupees in your first month. So you need to enroll 2,000 PV. How much is that? Depends on the kit that you buy, right? Look at the enrollment kits, the first experience kits, look at the prices and the PV. If you enrolled 2,000 PV worth of volume, you would earn in your sharing bonus $400 or 3,000 or 32,000 rupees, okay, from doing that. Now, let's say you enrolled 1,000 PV, then you would earn half that. You would earn 16,000 rupees, okay? Then if you help the people that you enrolled, at least some of them, help those people to enroll 1,000 PV, then you get 10% of that, which is $100 or 8,000 rupees. So that makes your $500 or your 40,000 rupees. Now, again, we're talking if you are brand new and because you're not doing an LRP order. Now, let me just state this. If you've already been, like, we've got Vincent here on the call, right? Vincent has a lot of people in his downline. So he can get people on LRP. Now, he's not going to earn those sharing bonuses, but he can earn some other bonuses by having his downline on LRP. So this scenario is for someone who's brand new. They don't have anybody enrolled yet. They're just starting, and you want to help them quickly get to $500 a month or 40,000 rupees. Okay, so then we're going to month 2. Again, this is for somebody who's new. They just enrolled last month, okay? They're going to enroll 2,000 PV again. Each of your enrollees, if you help them do their LRP orders and you get more enrollments, so you're going to enroll 2,000 PV, then you'll earn again $400 or 32,000 rupees. You're going to get your first power of 3 bonus, right? Which is 15,000 rupees for your first power, or sorry, 3,000 rupees for your first power of 3 bonus. And then you've got half of those, let's say half of those people that you enrolled last month, let's say that they do their LRP order, you're still within the 60 days where you get that sharing bonus. So then you're going to get 1,000 PV in LRP orders. So you'll still get that, that percentage, which is $200 or 16,000 rupees. Okay, so this month, your second month, you could be earning 51,500 rupees. Okay, what this takes, you guys, is enrolling a lot of people in the beginning. If you enroll a lot of people, you're going to get these kinds of payouts. If you just enroll one person, you're not going to get this kind of a payout. Again, you have to go be meeting with people every day if you want to get this kind of a payout in your first month or your second month. Go meet with somebody one-on-one. Go take them to lunch. Go meet them for a drink. Go have a class, with a group a couple times a week. That's what it's going to take if you want to make this kind of income. Okay. Bring all your friends, your recruits, your family members, your contacts, your former colleagues. All of those people are the people that you want to contact in these first 2 months. Okay, move on to month 3. A premier. By now you're going to be a premier, right? Because of these enrollments. And a premier gets the empowerment bonus because of those enrollments of $200 about. It's average. These are average or approximate amounts. So that's 16,000 rupees. Okay. Your power of 3 bonus, then you're going to be at your second level power of 3 bonus by now. So you're going to get 15,000 rupees for that. And then again, you're going to get the fast start bonuses from your enrollments again. So an average of $100 to $500, depending on how much they order. So in your third month, you could already be ranking premier, earning your second power of 3 bonus, and earning up to 60,000 rupees. Okay, type in the chat if you would like to be earning 60,000 rupees, right? Who would not want to be earning 60,000 rupees? Is it possible? Yes, especially if you're a new member or if you've just joined recently. This is very, very possible for you. If it isn't, if you've been enrolled for a long time, you're going to want to really focus on building for that power of 3 bonus so that you get the power of 3 bonus, so that you get the, enrolling, so that you get those empowerment bonuses, and then you can still be at that. Okay. Becky, do you want to add anything to this? This is a lot on this slide.
Yeah, I think that because we have a lot of new people, I'm going to unwind it just a little bit.
Right.
So this was a slide that Suzanne picked up at the Diamond Retreat this last week that she went to. And, our goal is to help you as new members come on and learn money as soon as you can. I have many people who've joined who wanted to start earning money right away. And the only way you can earn money is you have to enroll people and they have to buy a kit. People do what you do. So if you are going and recommending, like I do a trade show every Saturday and I have a peppermint and I give samples of peppermint, everybody wants to buy peppermint. So they're just duplicating what I do. So if you are able to share and talk about all these oils and the different opportunities and stuff, if you're able to enroll people with a $250 kit, you would only need to really enroll 10 people to be able to get to this. And that could happen in one class. Suzanne taught my very first class. I had 11 people enroll in that class. Now they didn't all enroll that day. They was within that week. and one was like a month later, but everybody enrolled. And so you can have that happen, but you want to plan accordingly. So what we're going to do is when we're talking about unwinding this here, the next slides, we're going to go through and talk to you about what a fast start is. If you're not familiar with the sharing bonus, I mean, it's the same thing. And, you know, the power of three. And when we're talking about these dollar amounts or these Indian rupee amounts, this depends on how you structure your team. Like if you don't get the power of three, but you've enrolled 40 people and you didn't put them strategically on your team, right? You're not going to make the same amount of money. So we're showing you how to structure your team effectively to make the most amount, okay? So some people said, well, I'm not making that and I don't do this or something. Well, you want to really go back and look at the slide, maybe even take a screenshot of it so that that way you can use it as a roadmap of how to actually get the most benefit for your income.
Becky, I don't know why, but your voice is cutting in and out a little bit. So, but yeah, I don't know what that. Oh, okay. Maybe it was just somebody else's background noise.
I didn't mute everybody. I could go ahead and mute everybody real quick, but yeah. Okay, so this was the next slide you wanted to add.
Yeah. So one of the things that we just want you to help you understand, you know, basically that these are the different ranks in doTERRA for those of you who are new. So an elite is going to be making 3,000 overall volume. That includes you and everybody in your organization, whatever the enrollments are, the orders are for that month, including your own order. You need to have 3,000 overall volume. This is a core rank right here. This rank, you have to have 3 of these to be a silver, okay? You have to have 3 silvers to be a platinum. You have to have 4 silvers to be a diamond. It all stems down to this rank. This is what you want to shoot for, everybody, is to get to that elite rank. When you're at an elite rank, you're making 20 about, again, these are averages, you guys. Some people have bigger organizations than others. Some people are getting their power of 3 bonuses, some aren't. So this is average, that when you're an elite, you're going to be making 28,000 rupees per month. Again, that's significant, right? Okay, as soon as you make that rank, then you go for Premier. Premier means that you're going to have 2 legs that are executive, which is $2,000 each. Okay, 2,000, sorry, not $2,000, 2,000 PV or overall volume in each of those legs. And then you have to have an overall volume. Maybe you have a 3rd leg with some, but you have to have an overall volume of 5,000 PV. So maybe one of those legs has 3,000, one has 2,000, or maybe they each have 2,000 and you have other people that total 1,000. Whatever it looks like, it has to be 5,000 overall volume. I just want you to understand those 2 ranks for the purposes of this presentation, because in order to earn $500 a month, you're going to be working to get to elite, and then you're going to be working toward Premier. And in between those 2 ranks is where you can earn $500 a month or 40,000 rupees. The other thing I want you to look over at, I'm not going to explain all these bonuses on the right-hand side, but at the very bottom is the fast start bonus. It's called the sharing bonus in India, okay? And you get, it's a little bit different than this image is. Oh, Becky, I didn't actually put on the correct image. It's a little bit different. It's a little bit different than this image because you get 20% in when you enroll someone on everything they purchase in the first 60 days. And then whoever those people enroll, you get 10%. Okay, so it's going to be 25% and 10%. It's a little bit different.
What they did for India is they made it a lot more advantageous. So they took the 5% for the 3rd level and actually added it to the 1st level. So the person who is did the enrollment will get 5% more of income on that, which is really nice. I think it's a great way to help increase the fasting, the getting things faster.
I honestly wish they would change ours like that, because it gives you a lot more incentive and more income when you enroll people. So you're really fortunate that they've changed that in India. And then if you look at the power of 3 team bonus up above, again, you're trying to get 3. I like to say 4 because somebody always falls off or is flaky, right? 3 to 4 leaders on your front line that are going to run with you, that are going to be leaders, that are going to want to build their teams. And then you help each of them duplicate that, and you help them each get their 3 leaders. And by the time you do that, you're getting that 15,000 rupees for that second sharing bonus. Just with, you can do that with 12 people if there's enough orders going in. You usually need more than that because, you know, people don't always order more than 100 PV, but that's builders. Those are builders. And then you've still got your customers and other people as well. You guys, by the time you get down to that third power of 3 bonus, that is 85,000 rupees. That's just a game changer in your business. But it takes usually 6 months to a year at least minimum to get to that one. So focus on getting to elite, working toward premier, focus on that first power of 3 bonus, and then getting to the second power of 3 bonus. And you're going to be at your $500 or 40,000 rupees per month. Let's go on to the next slide.
I wanted to just say something if I could. When you're building on the power of 3 structure, one of the things to take in mind is that when we're talking about the dollar amount or the Indian rupee amounts that you can make every month, when you build a perfect structure, it's not going to be perfect, but really focus on filling in these 3 spaces, you're going to make more money than when you just focus on a leg or you start to stretch out a little bit more or build taproot. It's important to try to really focus on the structure. And one of my leaders, Rongson, said really beautifully one time is that we really need to really praise or reward the younger beginning leaders coming on. So if you are just joining and you have maybe 500 overall volume on your team this month, congratulations, that's really a huge win. And when we go through and keep really looking down, like if you have all these new members, if you're a seasoned leader that's on this call, and maybe you have a structure that's starting to build and really look like this, really celebrate these younger, newer leaders and bringing them up and helping them feel like they're moving in the right direction. It's so hard when you're just getting started. You know, that one first enrollment is just such a huge win. And then you get 5 enrollments. And then when you have 10 enrollments, then things will really start to fill in for you. And notice here, when you're not supporting your team, it's very difficult to get to premier because you have to be supporting 2 leaders as executive. And so what we're trying to teach you today in the form of how to make money quickly is you really want to engage those younger leaders underneath you to help lift them up to become elite as soon as possible. Because if you do that, then you will be silver. If you have 3 elites. And so like Suzanne's talking about, just premier, like getting 2 leaders. So really focusing on 2 legs, starting the 3rd leg will get you to silver and then gold pretty quickly. So it's very, I feel that one of the things I didn't focus on in the beginning, I thought, well, you know, manager and consultant to those younger leader legs were just starting. And but really that's where you really want to celebrate those wins. And I think that's important to know.
Right. And for the purpose of this class, we just really want you to focus on up to this rank right here, because by the time you make premier, you're going to be making that $500 a month, right? So again, just for all of you who are new, we're just going to review this for you, that to be a premier, you need, so the ranks go executive and then at 2,000 volume, elite at 3,000 volume, and then a premier is 5,000 volume. But you have to have 2 legs that are doing 2,000, okay? And then you go, well, that only equals 4,000. Yes, you have to either have 3, more in these legs, like maybe there's 2,500 in each leg, or maybe one's 2,000, one's 3,000, or you have a 3rd leg that has 1,000, or you have a bunch of customers that are ordering that total 1,000. Somewhere the total all has to be 5,000. Sometimes people say to me, hey, I've got my 2 executive legs, I'm going to be a premier this month. And then when you look at their volume, it doesn't total 5,000. And I have to remind them, you have to have another 1,000 volume either within these legs or outside with other orders and in another leg, or, whatever. It's really, really important to note that. And then look over here. Becky's got this really well organized. The executive needs 2,000 overall volume. This is just an example. It equals 10 people ordering 200 PV. Okay, so that would be 2 liters, 20 people total in each leg, or 15 people ordering 150 PV. That again, you've got 2 liters with 30 people, you know, or you've got 20 people ordering 100 PV, and you've still got 2 liters, but you've got 40 people total. So it can look very different. My premier rank, when I get to that, you know, you know, like within a couple of days, I'm already a premier rank because people are ordering. But the way that mine is structured is going to look very different than the way Becky's is structured. Hers might be structured across, you know, more legs than that. Just remember, you're required to have 2 executive legs, which is 2,000 OV each and 5,000 overall volume. And again, she's got this, I love this. The average income is around 67,000 rupees. Okay, that's if you're enrolling, so you're getting the empowerment bonus. That's if you've got your organization structured correctly, so you're getting your second level power of 3 bonus, which all by itself is 15,000 of those rupees. If you're not enrolling people and your organization isn't structured right, you can still rank premier, but you won't be making the 67,000 rupees. Okay, you'd be making less. So it's important, like Becky said, to structure things correctly. You don't want to put everybody on your first level. You want to think about who your leaders are and build deeper. I love this slide. It's mapped out very, very clearly. Do you have anything to add to this, Becky?
Yeah, I have a lot of people ask me, well, how many people do I need to enroll to get to a certain rank? And like you said, it really depends on what you're selling. So if you're going to be selling intro kits at 20, or what is the Indian rupees for 3,000 Indian rupees or something for an intro kit, it's going to take you many people, because that's only 20 PV. You're going to have what, 100 people?
Yeah.
You guys, enrolling 100 people with 20 PV is a lot of work. I'm just going to tell you, it's a lot of work. But if you enrolled 10 people at 200 PV, purchasing the Home Essentials kit, it's less work. And so polishing up your skill set to be able to empower people on seeing what's possible in ordering the larger kit, it's really impactful. Now, I also had somebody said, well, I'll convince them. No, there's no convincing, you guys. That's a different way of selling that doTERRA doesn't teach. And we're going to go through part of the loyalty reward program here too, and talk to you about the integrity of helping people find a solution for them, and not your solution for you. Right? So
That's great. And then we always go back to pipes, you guys. What does pipes stand for? Just remember this. I have a granddaughter named Piper, and we call her Pipes. And so it's really easy for me to remember this. But the first P is to prepare. You know, you got to prepare, you got to strategize, you got to organize yourself, you got to plan classes, you got to set your goals, you got to do a wellness consult with your mentor, your upline person. It's to prepare to be successful. It's very, very important step. And then the next step is to start inviting people. You know, part of prepare too is to make that names list that we're going to talk about. The inviting is to then start, you know, you've set up classes, you've organized when you're going to be teaching them. Then you need to start inviting people. Start inviting people to those classes. Well, I can't make it to the class. Well, when could I meet with you at your house? When could I meet with you in the coffee shop? When could I meet with you at a restaurant? You know, get those one-on-ones in those classes, invite people, get that. You have to put your face in front of them. You have to meet with them, okay? Then the next is to present. How are you going to learn how to do that? Use your upline. Say, hey, would you come and teach a class for me? Hey, would you come and help me teach a class? And then by the time you've seen that 3 or 4 times, you're going to be able to do it. We do classes every Thursday. You see a class, right? A product class. You see these regularly. We take you through these in the beginning when you're new. When we first started, we kind of learned that your upline should teach your first class, and then the second time your upline teaches half and you teach half, and then the third time you teach the other half that you didn't teach and your upline teaches half, And then after 3 classes, you should be ready to go. You should be ready to go out and teach anybody about the products, about the compensation plan, if you are really learning. And we have videos that teach you those things too, right? So, but this is step 3 for you to actually become a leader. If you never teach, you never present, you're not going to be a successful leader. You have to learn how to do that, right? And then the next one is empower. So now once you've invited them, you're going to enroll them, you're going to help them get their products, get a kit. Maybe they're just going to be a customer, which is great. 85% of people in doTERRA are just customers. They're not builders. And we need those customers. We want them. They add the volume. They help us rank, right? They help us with our bonuses. So you're going to help people get their solutions by helping them get a kit to get started, to enroll. Okay, that's really, really the key. That E could also stand for enroll, but we empower them. And then the next is to support. And, we're going to talk about what that looks like. But these are the keys. And then you just wash, rinse, and repeat. When you do the laundry, you have to wash your clothes, and then you have to rinse all the soap out, and then you hang them up to dry, or if you put them in the dryer, however you dry your clothes, but then they get dirty again, and you have to do the same thing over and over again. This is just these pipes are repetitive actions that you do over and over and over again with every single person that you empower and start the business. Okay, so it's really important that you learn these steps and that you just repeat them. The people who repeat these steps, don't try to reinvent the wheel or do it differently. The people who just do these steps over and over and over again are the ones who find success. Do you want to say anything else about this, Becky, before we move on?
Yeah, I'm an expert at reinventing the wheel, and it doesn't work, you guys. It doesn't work. I'm a creative person, and I always see things differently. And then, what? It's just a confused mind. And when a confused mind is there, they are a no. So if you're presenting your class being confused, then they're a no. And so these tools, this is a natural solutions class that you can download off the website. And this natural solutions class, you just read it. I bet you if you could just read this, we've actually translated in Hindi and some other languages. I'm not sure which other languages, Suzanne, but we've got these class sheets that are really powerful to just read. Make it as simple. This class could be just 5 minutes or 15 minutes long. You can hand the person the sheet. Don't make it complicated. And I think that many people think that they have to be a doctor before they can start teaching a class, and that doesn't work. The more information you have under your belt, the worse you get. I'll just tell you, because it's not as authentic, and people look at you and they're not wanting to be like that. Like, I'll never be like that. And so I noticed that a lot of people, just, it doesn't matter if you're in India or United States, they shy away from teaching a class. But if you can do it as fast as possible, like if you just joined, I would like to know in the chat, if anybody, how long have you been a member? Like, just put in there a year, 1 week, or whatever. And if you think about in relation to when are you going to teach your first class? If you've been a member for 6 months and never taught a class, how is it going for you? And people want you. People join because of you. They don't join really because of what this class is. They join because they love you, or they know who you are. And and when you're stepping up and taking courage to do that, I think it's just a very impactful. And I'm going to say something about this word empower. In India, the word enroll is actually not supposed to be there. So when you see this word pipes on a lot of different materials in the United States, we change it to empower, because really, I love that, because that's what we're doing, is we're empowering people to see a gateway or a pathway to see natural solutions for them and their family. And 80% of the people on your team are going to be customers. So I'm inviting you to look at all the people in your life, to go through when you're looking at your list and getting your things together. You want to look at people in your life to know that you need 80% of the people you enroll or bring on, join, is you want to empower them to see these natural solutions for themselves. So when we go through and support people, that's what the rest of this class is going to talk about, is why the loyalty reward program is so important. And I wanted to say one more thing about this.
Yeah, I want to say one more thing about it too when you're finished.
Yeah, this business building guide is free to download. Go to the website. We'll share the link. Maybe I can find the link and share it here. Annalise or Abito or Moa, somebody, if you can find the link and put it in the chat for us, that would be great. But this book is, it's 115 pages or something, but it has scripts in it. It has all these tools. If you just read it, like if you just sit down one day and read it from cover to cover, that would be huge. Like it just, it's really seriously, this is all the duplication materials that you need and nothing more, right? What else did you want to say, Suzanne?
I was just going to say, for those of you who have been doing doTERRA for a while, and maybe you have a lot of people in your downline that are enrolled, and maybe a lot of them haven't placed an order for a long time, go through these pipes and just say to yourself, write down the names. Look, I have all these people who haven't ordered in a while. Go through and go through pipes. Start to prepare, write down the dates of classes that you're going to have. Then contact them and invite them to attend one. Say, hey, I know that you enrolled and you got your kit, or you enrolled, 6 months ago, but you haven't placed another order. I'd really love to invite you to a class. And I don't mean one of our online classes. I mean a class where you're going to go and meet with them if you live near them, okay? And then you're going to talk to them about how are things working with your oils, what are you enjoying using? And they may say, I have these oils and I have no idea how to use them. So you're going to talk to them, you're going to walk them through that, you're going to empower them, to be able to start using them. I promise you, if you do that, you guys, your volume will double. It might triple. If you go through every member on your team that hasn't placed an order in a while, that you enrolled, that you particularly contacted and enrolled, or maybe that you've met them and you know them personally, okay? And you go through these pipes with those people, because pipes is this is how you build the business, and we're kind of talking to new people here. But for those of you who are experienced, it's really important to go back and do this with all those people that you haven't heard from in a long time. And I know because I see the back office, many of you have a lot of those people in your organization. So just wanted to say that.
Another leader had mentioned to me, coming from another network marketing company, and Suzanne, I'm sure that you've ran into a lot of people that have worked in another network marketing company, that the residual of reorders is very less. Like in other network marketing companies, it's very less. It's like 10%. And so I'm encouraging you to take that mindset and throw it in the trash. That's an old mindset. You're with a new company where we really want to be of service. This is where service comes in, where we really want to help people know how to use the product and find out all these beautiful ways you can use to clean and detox your home and all these things like that. And each time there's basically the basic class. And then as you get new leaders coming on board, it's recommended that they start teaching the basic class, and then maybe you graduate to coming up with different theme classes, or maybe you have a specialty that you want to go with. And like my specialty is gut health, and I love to teach class on gut health, but that doesn't mean I can't teach class on children's health. And as I go through and learn these different kinds of classes and do the research, I learn so much more about the oils. And so to me, the pathway for you to graduate to another level of how to use the oils in your life and start sharing it with your downline is a necessity. I think this is really huge. And at one point in time, I think we were told to just try to always do the basic class, but I would like to encourage you to maybe every week one up and learn how to cook with the oils and invite a bunch of friends over. Even guys, Larry loves to use the oils and stuff like that. And
Hey, oh yeah, you knew, okay.
And I don't know why I didn't co-host you. Let me try to do that real quick. I can't. Let's see your co-host. Or Suzanne, so you can mute people too. And this gets you to be able to get familiar with all the different products too, like a gym makeover, having like toe fungus and crampy legs and stuff like that. And so many different things that are very powerful and helpful to learn how to use the oils more in your life. And so if you are a member and have taught the basic class at least once, great, good for you. And then, you know, maybe teach it 3 times and then maybe start now looking at other ways to do that. I believe Annalise is doing a yoga class, and we've had in the women's group, there's a women's group for doTERRA. Just in our teams here, we have this women's group. We're learning about women's health, which is a little more complicated, you know, sometimes. So it's really, this is how we want you to engage more, do monthly classes with your current team, like a product of the month party or how to make these things, monthly award parties for people ranking up, like the manager levels and the executive levels, you know, give awards out for these people. It's just, it really truly is helping them know that everything is possible, right? And even do a customer appreciation class. I didn't spell that right. It was 11 o'clock at night. But, you know, going through and having just loving on people. The customer is 80% of your business. And so when you're able to do things like product of the month and DIY, these are the ways to solidify your loyalty reward orders every month. How much work does it take to bring someone to class and enroll them and get their first kit and do a wellness consult, and then they stop ordering? Well, one of the reasons why people stop ordering is they just get confused and they don't know how to use the oils. That's on you. You want to be able to make sure you're plugging them in with resources, you're plugging them with empowering them to see all the exciting things that can happen with the oils. And one of my most favorite classes I like to do, you guys, is do a garden party. And I have a garden out there, and we have people bring chairs, and then everybody sits around the circle, if you will, and they will take a few minutes and just share what their favorite oil is and why they use it. I learned so much every time we do that. It's like incredible. Like, I had no idea you can use the oil for that. Just get over it. You're never going to learn all the things you can do with these oils. So learn from each other. And this empowers people when they share, that everybody gets excited when they hear about it, that they know that it's possible to share with other people. And we have another leader here in my community, and she does the little try it on stations. Like she has or try it out station. She has like diffusers there. Maybe nobody bought a diffuser, but they can see it, play with it, see how to clean it, and has some oils out. So if they don't have those oils, they can actually experience them and look into ordering them for their next LRP. Again, the whole process here is to figure out how to duplicate what we're doing to your leaders so they do it, and then your leaders duplicate it with their new leaders so they do it. And so doing like unboxing videos, maybe you're brand new to doTERRA, but you're just really excited about it. Get your first box in the mail and you're like, oh my gosh, it's so exciting. And videotape yourself opening it up. And that is just so fun to see all the new oils, and people are like, what are they doing? You're engaging people about what's going on here. They're going to create a curiosity, right? And give a wellness consult video. Like we've done some of those before. We have a wellness consult PowerPoint, and going through, and if that helps you walk through the wellness consult, then that's great. I know in India, you may want to add different resources, different things that people can do and find to be able to help with those make it yourself roller bottles and stuff like that. And it's really fun to do group Zooms. Like we love having you guys on the Zoom call right now and sharing ideas. But if you are able to figure out ways to duplicate it so that people can watch it on their time, and that way they're able then to help move them forward, because you don't want to be chasing people around like, oh, they can't come to this meeting and they had to cancel because they couldn't come to that meeting. But if they have time to watch it at one point in time, then that's better than not coming to a meeting, right? I really like this picture. two horses moving forward and two moving backwards. So I thought, who's going to run with you, right? Who's going to have the belief? Anything you wanted to say about that, Suzanne?
Oh, I just love these images. They're really great.
And so the pipe, there's a really great video about residual income. And if you haven't watched that video, maybe Suzanne can find the link and put it in the record or put it in the chat.
Yeah.
Because the buckets and pipeline video, it actually woke me up to network marketing. I actually like, oh my gosh, that really said a lot to me. People don't believe in network marketing when they have a mindset of with a service or how they got helped or pushed, how they got pushed by someone in another network marketing company. And I'm on social media all the time. I get a lot of them pushing me. They'll just dump on me a whole bunch of slides and pictures and images and ask me to enroll. And I'm like, I try so hard not to do that because we're sleeping when you're awake and trying to get all the information as much as I can. It's really tempting to do, but it's a conversation. It's a relationship, right? And so you're trying to build a long-term relationship. So this video talks about laying the pipes, digging a ditch from the stream to this village and laying a pipe so you can actually turn on the spigot and have water. This is residual income, and it's only made within the loyalty reward program. I mean, people can place orders once in a while, and that's great. It's better than nothing. But when you're able to really solidify your loyalty reward orders with your downline, all that work you spent bringing people on, enrolling them and teaching them, if you're able then to teach them the second enrollment of joining the loyalty reward program and seeing the reasons why they may want to do an order every month, and maybe even sharing some oils and doing that. So I looked this up. What does residual income mean? It is income that continues to be received after the completion of income producing work. So this income producing work was him digging a ditch and laying the pipe. And that's you guys enrolling, calling, getting through the fear of getting on the phone and calling people, and you get them there, they enroll, they're excited about the oils, and then you disappear. That's not going to help. There's no income producing work actually happening. It's just, it's almost like you make a basket and then the game's over, right? And so, so basically the definition is examples of residual income includes royalties. So that would be like the bonuses that you get. When you're looking at real estate as a network marketing as well, interest and dividend incomes, incomes with ongoing sales of consumer goods. That's what we're doing here, is we have ongoing sales of consumer products, and you want to show them how to use these products. And so that's why I thought that was pretty powerful. Anything you want to say on that, Suzanne?
No, you're doing great. I just put that video in the chat.
Yeah, you guys need to watch it. That's really powerful. Okay, so one of the leaders, when we were talking about other network marketing companies, they only really look at 10% of repeat orders. And that blows me away. Like, how could you accept that? That is not acceptable. Because when I ran my print shop, I was just so overjoyed when a customer came back in and ordered business cards again. Like, it's just a huge win because we did something right the first time. And so this loyalty reward program needs to be really talked about in the class, and it needs to be really talked about when you're finished with the class, that you set up a wellness consult and go over this again, because people want to earn deeper discounts. If you have 80% of your people are customers, how are you able then to show them? I have people say, oh gosh, Becky, the oils are expensive. No, they're not. When you get up to 30% off, you're actually getting them at 55% from retail price. And so pay attention. Are you showing people the maximum retail price list and they're going away? Or are you only talking about how they can get them at 55% off and what the goal is as a loyal customer, doTERRA wants to reward you for taking care of you, for being proactive. And this is not getting them to do something. This is actually having a conversation about empowering people to see the benefits for their self, their health goals, their family health goals, and how they can implement these oils on a day-to-day basis within habits, and how they can actually be creative and make new recipes and find ways to fall in love with the oils every day. Like, I was kind of a little grumpy this morning, and I just took some adaptive and rolled it on, and it just totally changed my spirit. And it was just really, sometimes I just so blown away how simple these oils are. And if people don't open up the bottle and just put it on when they're grumpy or something like I did, then they're not experiencing them. And I really feel that these oils really do sell themselves. You don't have to convince anybody anything. And actually, when I go about it in the way of like, well, I don't need to convince you. If you're not going to do this, it's on you. But so many people are finding huge benefits on this, and they're getting 30% off edition. Well, who wouldn't want that? Like, that's just crazy talk. And, again, earning commissions, when Suzanne was talking about becoming executive and stuff, when you start to become executive, that income is going to pay for your monthly loyalty reward order. And so your goal then is, when you enroll those people, you want them to order something next month, so you don't have to pay for it, right? And then you're going to encourage them, even if it's just little wins like that. But if it's duplicated, and if all they're ordering is 100 PV every month, oh my gosh, you guys, you don't have to go out and enroll somebody. Like, what was those numbers again on that one slide? It was 10 people at 200 PV or 20 people at 100 PV. And if you just are selling the intro kit, that's 200 people. What was it? 100 people at 20 PV?
Yeah.
That's a lot of people to talk to, right? And so if you want to work smart, I would really engage the people that you brought in to do their LRP order every month. And what is it going to take for you to have them do their loyalty reward order every month? What is it going to take? Well, we talked about some of these things. We went back and talked about party ideas so they can see new ways to use the oils. We had different kinds of classes that you can do. And, you don't need to know how to do all these classes. They have these on the website. They have PowerPoints all ready for you. You can just say, hey, I just downloaded this PowerPoint today. Let's just go through it together and learn about these oils. Like, that is just the best way to just have fun. And maybe, like who Kay Lee said on my chat this morning, that she really wants to engage in women's health. And so if she really engaged in women's health and learned all the different ways the oils could be used with all the different things that women have that go along with their bodies, well, why not men? Men, you can do that too. You can do gym bag makeovers. You can do how to work out, or how to clean up your motorcycle with the oils and polish them up, or how to, make shaving cream. There's so many things that men can do to enjoy these oils. It's like not just for, women and children, right? So get creative. And that's what we're saying. That's how you're going to have people see how to order each month. And so no matter your product, ultimately you are in the education business. You're not in selling and convincing business. You are actually in finding a pathway for people to help with solutions for their wellness. Mm-hmm. And what do people care about most? What do people care about most? I think they care about their family. Like, I love how India is just so engaged with their family, that everybody, seems to have children, and they're surprised that me and Larry don't. And, it's just, I love it. And so taking care of your family and finding that life, we don't need to struggle. Like, these solutions are in the oils, and being able to help them find that pathway. And then not 10% average of other network marketing retention. It's actually 65% that doTERRA really wants to see. And we have that in United States. And because, another typo, sorry about that, you guys. But, with the shipping taking so long when we were shipping it from the United States and issues and all that stuff like that, I know and get that there was a lot of difficulties with that. We totally get it. But it takes the power of the mind to say, yeah, you know what? India's open now. I would go back to all those people who maybe were frustrated with the shipping taking, 2 months or 3 months or 6 weeks or whatever it was, and say, things are really happening now. We want you to focus on your health. Let's set up a wellness consult and actually see how we can find some pathways to stop the struggling and to have a great life for you and your family. And make it about them. Make it about them. And I would encourage you to do that because you've done so much work with all these people. Reconnect with them. If there was issues with the shipping or products being missed in the orders or something, reconnect with them and say, hey, you're bigger than that, to let that get you down. You can actually really benefit from these oils with your health. And that's all that matters, right? So basically, I really like this slide because I really want to talk to you guys about engaging yourself by reflecting on when you went and bought something. When was the last time you bought something big? Like maybe you bought a car, maybe you bought a house. I don't know. I'm trying to think of something that was, a little more than 2,000 Indian rupees. But think about it. What was that experience like? How did you feel when the salesperson does all the talking? Like, how do you avoid talking too much so that you can find out where your customers' needs are? Like, you want to learn how to have engaging questions and make it all about them, because really it is all about them. They do not care how much you know. They do not care that you're a smart person about knowing all about the oils. They really want to have, solutions for them. So you need to make it about them. And I really like this slide too, just real quick. When you focus on your customers' needs, your ability to open them up to doTERRA increases. Become a master at asking great questions. And I always try to lead with questions like, was this helpful? Or what are your goals? Or, there's all these questions that you can come up with. And you know what? They're in the building business guide. There's on page 82. Oh my gosh, you guys. And 781, there's all these scripts in there on how to ask people about nurturing customers. It's just so powerful. And the more you understand them, track what their issues are, put them down, find a way that you can track them so it's very easy to follow up. And so again, this is in the business building guide. Look at, there's these scripts right here. And because you're investing in your health, I want to invest in you and give you the best tips on how to use your products. Our next step is to set up a call where in about 30 minutes, you will walk away with a wellness plan, knowing how to order and receive bonus products, find solutions anytime. How does that sound to you? Like, who wouldn't want that? Like, that's always going to be a yes, right? And then say, great, you have 1 o'clock in the afternoon or Thursday at 5. Does that work? So go through these books and read these scripts. They're huge. I love this one. Every month, you're going to connect with your customers and you're going to say, hey, with this new person, my customer loves being in the know about all the promotions this month and the essential oils education. Would you like me to add you to my VIP customer list so that you can learn more about the oils on a monthly basis? And we have classes. I'd love to invite you if you're free. We'd love to have you come and just make it really fun. Anything you want to say about that, Suzanne?
I just agree with everything that you said. I think one of the things that they stress so much at our diamond retreat is that, you guys, the people who are consistent with all of these things are the ones who are successful. The people who stop and start, or who think, oh, this is a good idea, and they do a little bit, but they don't keep doing these things that we're telling you over and over and over again, they're not going to be successful. You have to be consistent and determined to be consistent and to stick with it. All of these things are just repetitive.
You know, these, like what Suzanne was saying earlier about the pipes, you just do the first thing and then go back and start over again and just keep doing it. Don't add more, you know, don't make it complicated, right? I mean, this here is in the new Live guide that's going to be available in India soon. And so take a screenshot of this because these verbiages are a little different. And the nutrition and digestion. So you're going to talk to people about what these areas are and then have them rate themselves. And all you need to ask, if somebody put a 5 here, even if they put a 9, like nobody's a 10, like, right? People think they are, but what would it be like to be a 10? What would it take for you to just up 1 point here to be really great at this? Or what would it take for you to get exercise more? And being able to then go through and help them find solutions with that. And again, people have concerns. You want to be really good at being able to resolve their concerns. So when you're doing the wellness consult, maybe they were complaining about the shipping issue. Say, hey, yeah, I hear you. Agree with them. Tell them how terrible it was. And then say, you know what? But that's all behind us now. We are on to a new path with doTERRA shipping directly from India. And so your job is to remove those blocks that are in the roadway that has them not being able to move forward. And maybe an oil wasn't working for them. Remind them that everybody's bodies are different, and you're going to find a different oil that may work better for their body. Okay. And then this here, I screenshotted this page, which was out of the Live Guide again, or the Business Build Guide. But I did this because know your retention rate. And we'll do a little video they keep changing the website on us. We couldn't find it really quick this morning, but know your retention rate on your back office and use that as a guide for you to know your strength of your business. Like when you have maybe 20% retention, try to see what you can do to get it up to 65%. Then, you know, like when you're reaching gold for foundership, that you have a very solid foundation of repeat orders. You're not running around trying to enroll new people because nobody's ordering in your back office every month. And so use this retention rate as a guide to really help solidify this foundation of your business. And I wonder, like when we talk about you want to reach gold 3 months in a row, how are you going to do that to be founder to reach gold 3 months in a row? You can do it very easily if your foundation is all getting you there in the first place. And again, that goes back to the very young members who just enrolled and that they're enrolling other people with a kit, and that they see the possibility and they're able to move forward and get excited about what they're doing. And I think basically just again, I like this tip here, top tips. Invite your customers to invite guests. Have a schedule with all this continued education going on. Like Suzanne said earlier, we have classes every Monday at 8:30 p.m. Sometimes doTERRA India is going to do a class on Mondays. We think it's once a month. We're not sure if it's the first Monday or the second. Probably not this month of August because they're doing the tour, right? So get people to that the meeting. Even if they've been to a meeting before, oh, I've been there, I know what's going to happen. Say, so what? Bring a friend. Let's have fun. Let's go out for coffee or tea afterwards, or some ice cream or something fun to make it a fun event with everybody. And that is, people want to belong to, people want to be a member of something that's going to be fun to be a part of, right?
Yeah.
I mean, just totally that. So, all right, Suzanne, I guess that's everything for the class today. Does anybody have any questions? And I'll go ahead and stop the recording.